What is going on, all you Battlefield fanatics in the works? And this is going to be a pretty interesting video today, and I'm going to need your engagement to make it work properly. But I was recently reading about, because DICE released the most popular maps, they released the least popular maps in the game, and they announced that obviously, and to no surprise, that Operation Metro was the most played map in Battlefield 3 up until this point. I don't think that'll change throughout the life cycle of Battlefield 3. I'm pretty sure it'll stay pretty consistent with what we're seeing. But the least played maps were what really kind of piqued my interest. The least played maps were Terrain Highway, Caspian, Firestorm, and Karg, and that was all respectively. So I was kind of surprised because a lot of people love Caspian Border. However, to me, Caspian Border is one of the most boring rush modes in the game, and it can get pretty boring on Conquest. In fact, Caspian Border is almost unplayable on a 12v12 server, and that is what console has exclusively, so it can get fairly boring at points. So, to no surprise to me that Caspian was in there, but I was looking at this and I was like, man, these are the most Battlefield-esque maps in the game. They are the most vehicle-oriented. They're the most like Battlefield 2. To me, they encompass the spirit of what a Battlefield map should be. Big vehicles, tons of different things you can do. But really, I think there's some balancing issues in some of the maps to the point where, you get all these people up in the sky. You don't have many people down in infantry, so it takes forever for you to find people. Like right there, I just got my first kill. It took me that long to actually find a kill, and I'm running around, and I'm like the only person on foot. Eventually, I will get into a chopper, but to me, Firestorm is my least favorite map in the game. Which it got me to thinking, like, what are your guys' favorite maps? Do you think that these stats reflect what you truly feel about the game? Because I have a feeling that a lot of the core, more hardcore Battlefield players are going to say that they actually like some of these maps that were the least played. Like me personally, I love Terrain Highway. I feel like it plays awesome on Conquest. I think it's fun on Rush, but it sucks on TDM. But I don't judge a map by a TDM type scenario, and I have a feeling that that's kind of skewing some of these map analytics just because so many console players do play TDM. So I want to know what you guys prefer, because I was sitting down looking at these and I was like, I wonder what the the hardcore Battlefield player, the player that actually goes out there and watches videos, because if you're watching this video right now, you're already above average to the normal Battlefield guy who is just like a weekend warrior. So I'm curious to see, what are your favorite maps? What are your least favorite maps? Leave it in a comment below and I will check that out. I'm going to kind of compile them and see if they kind of agree to what the stats were. And I will link this article in the description if you want to read about it, because they talked about some other stuff in there about how they built the game from the M16 up. Talked a little bit about gun balance, some of the patches that are coming up and stuff like that. But this game right here is me running around basically capping points and killing people when I rarely see them. And it tends to be where I actually see them, I'm out of range because I'm running with a carbine, which obviously doesn't have the range of the assault rifles or a sniper rifle, and I'm not able to get kills. And I don't know, I just feel like Operation Firestorm, it has some balancing issues. They need more balance between infantry and vehicles because it just tends to be a vehicle fest, and you have to run engineer because most of your encounters are going to be with vehicles and you need some way to deal with them. And if you want to see a knife fail, for some reason it wouldn't let me knife him and I got nervous and panicked. But that tends to happen a lot to me. I think I need to start crouching on those guys because for some reason when they're laying prone on an edge of a building, it doesn't always work as planned. But yeah, this is my least favorite map in the game. It takes me forever to finally get killed, and when I do, I take my first death to the sniper coming up here, and I'm like, wow, that took almost the entire game. They've almost lost, and I'm flawless right now. I don't feel like I've killed a lot of people by any means, but I've destroyed some vehicles, capped some points, and I'm leading the lobby right now, which, is not too shabby. It's important to play the objective, but to me, Firestorm is my least favorite map. Caspian's probably my second favorite. Some of my favorite maps in the game, though, are the Karkan maps. I think every single one of those maps, including Wake Island, even though it can get a little obnoxious with the helicopters, are probably some of the best maps in first-person shooters. That is such a good DLC. I can't express how much I enjoyed the Karkan DLC. I think those maps are just outstanding. I mean, granted, they are rehashes of the Battlefield 2 designs, but I enjoyed them. I had a lot of fun with Karkan. I think that the best compromise between an infantry and vehicle is kind of a good balance. I feel like those are very well balanced maps, and I enjoy those. So I wonder how those will factor into the play since they were released. I'll be interested to see those stats, but hopefully you guys enjoyed this. As always, be sure to leave a rating, and if you don't already, follow me on Twitter. I'm going to use this opportunity to plug my Twitter. Since a lot of you guys don't follow me on there, that's where I announce a lot of my streams, so follow me on there. It's just In The Works Media, and I will see you guys next time. Peace.